Thank you so much, Mr. Hamish. Thank you. And wish you all the best with your hard work. And I just want to say we appreciate you. And I have achieved like 93%. Sanbonani. This is Emma Onokula Wamkizis Bongo. I live in Devon in KwaZulu-Natal, and I was born in KwaZulu in KwaZulu-Natal.
Hello, how you doing? I'm Hamish. Let's get started. So now, let's get started. So we have a question. This is more of a trigonometric equation. Okay. So if you face time, you never be here. Please go to my website, and you can get a course in my website. You can get a merchandise, and purchase the course, purchase the merchandise. And anybody want to donate, we appreciate donation, because with your donation it's what caused this project going. Okay, we sustain this project with your donation. We need equipment. What do we need? Equipment. We need donation. We need to improve. We need to go various place. We need to open a lot of branch. Okay, we want to make this African continent better place. Let's get started. Okay, so now this equation here, they say simplify the following expression to one trigonometric term. So before we do it, right, I'm gonna break down for you, just in case, let's say either you knew or you that, then you can understand what's happening. Okay, now first and foremost, before we go there, look, I'm gonna write this. These are very important. Compound formula. Compound formula. So compound formula, we have a compound formula for sine. What is compound? Compound means you got two things. For example, if somebody gives us a sine of A plus B or minus B, or let's say plus B. So for compound formula, I don't like, it's not like I don't like things I encourage most of the students most of the time memorize these compound formula. So if somebody says sine A plus B, so just remember, if it's sine, compound means you got two things. If it's sine, just say sine cos. Remember that. If it's sine and then it's a compound formula, just remember what do I need to know is sine cos. Okay, so this will be sine cos, right? Sine of the first angle, which is A, and then cos, you see, sine cos of a second angle, which is B. But for compound, what you do, just remember sine cos. If this plus, this also must be plus. And then what you do is you switch this. You see, this one is switch. This is sine, right? Write cos face. And then write your A exactly. And then this cos, right? Now you write sine. And then what letter? Letter B. So remember the guys, you know what I'm saying? For example, somebody give you, let's say 90 minus B. So you see, if it's sine and then it's compound, we know it's going to be sine cos. So what are we going to say? It's going to be sine of 90 equals to sine cos. Sine of 90 and then cos of B. Because the second, if this minus, it has to be minus. So what we do is switch this sine and this cos, right? Sine is going to become cos of 90. And this is cos, right? This cos is going to become sine. So 90 is the special angle. The special angle is 0, 30, 45, 60, 90, 180, 270, 360. So if you have one of those, if you plug in the calculator, it's okay. Sometimes they say don't use a calculator. So even if you use a calculator, they don't want to find out. So now we say, okay, so sine of 90 equal to 1. Sine of 90, take your calculator, plug sine of 90 is going to give us 1. 1 times cos of B. And cos of 90 equal to 0. So cos of 90 equal to 0. So it's going to be 0 times sine of B. 0 times anything is 0. So it's like minus 0. So 1 times cos of B is just cos of B. Minus 0 is just cos of B. So, if I have this, so just remember guys, if it's sine compound formula, just remember if sine compound formula is what is sine of whatever you have and then cos of whatever you have. And then this, you come and switch. So now we know the compound formula of sine and cos. Now compound formula of cos now, because here we got compound, you see here this is the compound formula and this compound formula, but this compound formula of cos. How you know compound formula? Because you got two things, Now let's compound formula for cos. So for cos, so for sine we know is sine cos. So for cos compound formula, guys, if you have a pen, take your little notes, man. Write your notes here, man. That's how you extract the notes. Okay, now. So for cos compound formula, look, for example, somebody say cos, let's say 180 minus, let's say A or M. Let's say M. Okay, give us compound formula. So for cos, just remember, cos compound formula is cos. So I'm going to say this is going to be cos. cos of the first angle, and then cos of the second angle. So compound formula for cos is cos. Okay. But for sine, sine, cos. So cos. But I like cos. If this is minus, it change, it become plus. If this is plus, become a change what? Minus. Wow, I love it. And then it become, you see this is cos, and cos is going to become sine, because you got to switch. So it's going to become sine of the first angle, about 180, and then sine of B. Now we go. This is special angles. This 180 is special angle. You know what I'm saying? What is a special angle? Our special angle, we know always special angle are this. 0, 30, 45, 60, 90, 180, 180, and then 270, and then 360. So these are special angle. You know what I'm saying? These are special angle. You need to know this is special angle. So even if I want to take two special angle, let's say 60 plus 45, they give 105. So 105, since it's just made up by two special angle, so even if you plug in the calculator, it's okay. Even if they say don't use a calculator, they give, let's say, cos of 105. Simplify. So even if you're going to plug in a calculator, it's fine, because you know what? 105 is the combination of two things, which is this and that. Oh, okay. So it's like saying cos of 60 plus what? Plus 4? 5. And these two is going to give us, we can do compound here. So this time we say, this is cos compound, so it's cos. Guys, I want to come back there, hey? I want to break down for you, so when you start to do the question, you see how easy it looks. So now this is going to be cos of 60, and then cos of 45, cos of 45. If this is plus, this is going to become minus. For cos, you change the sign. You see here it was minus, became plus only for cos. For sine, no, please don't change. So this is going to be plus, going to become minus, and then it's going to be sine. It's going to become sine of 60, and the sine of 45. So now, what is cos of 60? Cos of 60, me I can do them without calculator. Cos of 60 equal to a half. Take a calculator, plug it in, you're going to see it's a half. Okay. Cos of 45. Cos of 45 is square root of 2 over 2. Minus. So all of them you see the special angle. Sine of 60 is square root of 3 over 2. Sine of 60 is square root of 3 over 2. And then sine of 45 is square root of 2 over 2. And then you can put them in the calculator. And this is going to give us, because 2 times 2 equals 4. 2 times 2 equals 4. So our common denominator is going to be what? It's going to be 4. And then we write the top one time. Okay, see? It's got 2 and then minus square root of 3. Or you can plug in a calculator. Okay, so now we know the compound formula for cos, and we know the compound formula for sine. Oh yes. Just few identity. Let's say 6 is few identity, because we need to do something about it here. And then you see now how I'm going to be running with this question. Easy, man. Now, so we know the compound formula. Let's take some few identity here. Few identity. Guys, this is for A that you know or you don't know. I'm breaking it down for you. So, you know, it's like you get it. Oh, become easy, very easy. Your identity. Okay. I think we can go right now. Let's do the first one. So you have a sine over not. If somebody give you tan of x or tan of any, tan equal to sine of any angle, for this case x over cos of any angle. So tan equal to sine over cos. That's a tan. You know what I'm saying? That's a tan is sine over cos. Now let's go. So what I'm going to do, let me start for the first question. This one is a compound formula. So guys, listen, in exam, make sure you show all your works. So you know what I'm going to do in exam? I'm going to say, I'll do this. I'll say this, I can just box like this. And then I can do some box like this. And then I can just give maybe letter. Let's say this also, okay? It's not math, but that's my trick you're doing. So I can call this is A, and I can call this B, and I can call this C. So I'll say simplify B, simplify C, and then later I'm going to come in, substitute back. So let me start with a C or B, because I know this compound form. Or I can start with a C, with the A. Okay, so I'll say simplify in exam now, right? Simplify what? A, B, and C separate. And C separate. Okay, now let's simplify separate. So this is going to give us, let's go guys. So separately, it's going to give us, let me start with A. So A is going to be sine, yeah, man, come on bro. Sine of X, but this is cos of X. But what is tan? Tan meaning sine of a cos. Like only this is sine of a cos. We know tan is sine of a cos. But it's what? X. So this can be, look, is sine x over cos x. You know what I'm saying? But can't you see something's going to cancel here? Oh yes. You see? This is like this and this cancel. You know what I'm saying? This and this cancel because like over 1. Look. You see here? It's like cos and cos cancel by 1 by 1. So you have only sine of x. So it's like sine of x over sine of x equal to 1 also because here we're left to sine x over sine of x, which equal to 1 because by itself 1 by itself 1. Oh, so the a equal to 1. So a, you can say here a equal to 1. Now we go for b. So for b, so do the guys, because sometimes when you want to simplify right there, it might get so big and then you don't want to solve your question as a snack, like you go and then you turn around like this and you go. I hate it. Okay, let's go. So now I'm gonna say, okay, now let's go. So I'm gonna say for b now. So I'm gonna say, okay, now this is for b. What is our b? Our b equal to compound formula. Oh, so compound formula for sine. We remember this. Come on, guys. Try. I want to see if you can try. Compound formula sine. Sine cos A. Cool. Now let's go. So we will say this. This is going to become sine. So this is for b, right? So I can say here sine of 180 plus x equal to sine cos. Means sine of 180 and then cos of x. Okay? Sine of 180 and cos of x. And then if this plus for sine is still going to be what? Plus. And then we switch. This sine is going to become cos. It's going to become cos of 180. And this cos is going to become sine. Sine of x. Now, what is sine of 180? Sine of 180, without calculator, I can do it. Sine of 180 equal to 0. Plug in the calculator, you're going to see. So you can do that. I want to show you how to read the special angle with no calculator. I can do all of it. So sine of 180 equal to 0. So this will be 0. 0 times cos of 180. 0 times cos of 180 equal to 0. Everything is 0 here. So we say 0 plus cos of 180. Cos of 180 equal to negative 1. Cos of 180 equal to negative 1. So this will be negative 1 sine of x. So 0 plus anything is just a 0. So I don't need this. It's just 0 is gone. So negative 1 times sine of x is like negative 1 sine of x. Oh, so we go for C. You know what I'm saying? So A and B is gone. So we want to go for C. Okay, we're going for C right now. Okay, cool. Now let's go for C. So for C, it's easy, man. Where's our C? Our C is this one right here. So I can just say for C now. So for C. So we do the same game. I'll say C equal to, what is our C? C equal to cos 90 minus x. Oh, do you remember? Compound formula of cos. Cos is cos. Okay, cos. So it's going to be cos of 90 and then cos of the second one, cos of x. But for cos, remember, for cos, if this is minus, it must change, like the sign always changes. This minus is going to become plus, and then it's going to become sine. Means sine of the first angle, which is 90, and then sine of the second angle is equal to, okay, now, what is cos of 90? Like I told you, I know all of them. So, cos of 90 equal to 0. So 0 times cos of x is just 0. So everything here is going to be 0. Now we come sine of 90. Sine of 90 equal to 1. So sine of 90 equal to 1 is going to be 1. So here is going to be 0. I'm not going to write anything. It's just 0. I'm not going to write anything. It's like a 0. And then now plus sine of 90 equal to 1. Okay, 1 times sine of x is just sine of x. So here is going to be what? Sine of x. Oh, so our C equal to sine of x. Our B equal to negative sine of x. And our A equal to 1. Okay, we know. So now, and then after they say substitute A, B, C, you can say here, substitute A equal to 1, B equal to negative sine of x, and C equal to sine of x into main equation. So this main equation I can call, let's say, it's tie equation. So I can say sub, in exam now, but you gotta be speed, guys. So sub what? Sub A, which equal to, A equal to 1, B equal to negative sine x, and C equal to sine x into star equation. So I decided to call this star because you don't want to say into original equation given some time, so you have to be mathematical guy. So now we know this is negative sine x. Okay, so now I can erase this because I don't have space, and then we can substitute back and we get it done. Okay, so we have already simplified separately. So now we can substitute back. quick, guys. Let's go quick. Okay, cool, let's go. So now, let's substitute back. So now we know this A, what is A? A equal to 1. And then, because you say insert all this into type equation. So 1 plus, and this one, B equal to negative sine x. Oh, so this is negative sine x. And C, our C equal to sine x. So what does that mean? This equal to 1 minus sine times sine, because plus and minus minus. Sine times sine is sine square x. So what is sine square x? Oh, I need to show you the identity. Okay, so this is another identity just came out. Let me show you this, what that means. Identity, man. Okay, there's this identity. Let me write here. Note. This identity is called identity also. Identity of trig. Identity of trig. Okay. If somebody give you, let's say sine square of any angle, let's say, but it must be same angle, and the plus sine square of the same angle equal to 1 always. All if it's, oh, come on, man, what am I doing, bro? Cos plus sine, or sine plus cos, whatever. Or say, let me use this one. Sine square plus cos square equal to 1. Sine square plus cos square. So sine square, let's say x, or any angle, doesn't matter, even if you put the same one, plus cos square equal to 1. You see, I wrote the same thing at first, my apology. So sine square, but it must be same angle equal to 1. For example, take a calculator, say sine square. What is time now? Okay, you can say 10 degree plus cos square of 10 equal to, if you put it in a calculator, it's going to give you 1. Oh, so now let me challenge you now. So now we know in mathematics, okay, we know in mathematics, if somebody give, let's say, x plus y equal to 1. Okay, what's the value of x? Oh, if I'm looking for the x, means this must go over. So x equal to y minus 1. Excuse me. X equal to 1 minus y, means this is going to be okay. If I want to get x, means this must go over, so x equal to 1 minus y. Okay, what about y? If I want to get y, means x is going to go over, so y equal to 1 minus x, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So it depends on what you want. You get that? So now if you come back here, somebody asks you, okay, what is cos square? Cos square equal to 1 minus sine square. Okay, what is about sine square of this angle? Sine square equal to 1 minus cos square. Oh, so if I want to get, let's say, sine square of 10 equal to 1 minus cos square of 10. You know what I'm saying? You get that? But it must be 1 minus. So if I want to get, okay, what about cos square? Cos square equal to 1 minus sine square. So here you see, if somebody say 1 minus sine square, meaning equal to cos square. You get that? Oh, so our final answer equal to cos square. Our final answer equal to cos square x. So our final answer for the first part is cos square x, and we're done with this part. I hope you learned something. Now let's go to the second question, 5.2. 5.2, easy. So 5.2, let me show you some identity first before we start to try the question, okay? Double angle. Let's go to double angle quick. Double angle. Guys, listen, you have to memorize this stuff, okay? I don't like you go back to the formula. Do how I'm showing you, okay? You memorize right away. Don't go like, okay, let me go to that formula. You never be the best. You always gonna be getting very low marks, especially for math. So make sure you do how I do, and you're gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be alright. Oh, everything's gonna be right. Hey. Okay, cool. Now let's go to the next question. So the next question here, okay, let me explain to you something, and then when I come back to this question, it's going to be easy for you to understand what is happening. Okay? Look. So, mathematics are rules, and you have to follow the rules. Okay? You don't do how you want. You follow the rules how the rules say. For example, if somebody give you, cos, let's start with cos. Cos double. You see this double, meaning two double. Double of your angle. You memorize this, okay? Cos double angle. If you have to break it, you memorize this. You will form the double angle form. Let me write here double angle form. Double angle. double angle formula. Okay, so cos double angle, this let me say cos. You must start with the cos. Cos. Let me explain to you so that you can understand. But I don't want to break you. Let me break down. So no, let me do like how. Let me do this so you can understand easy. Okay. If there's a cos double angle, this let me say cos double of. You see, this is a double your angle. So if they give you cos double angle, this is a cos square of your angle, because double angle. What is your angle? Theta, and you minus sine square of your angle. So this is a double angle formula. Of course, you memorize this, and you must start with the cos. Must start with the cos. For example, if somebody give me, let's say cosine x minus. You see, this is not double angle. You know what I'm saying? Listen this way. If it was plus, we know equal to 1. If it was plus, you know, sine square plus cos square equal to 1. But it's minus. But it look the same. But why the sign started now? I'm kind of confused, man. It's easy. Look, this is what you do. Since you want the cos has to be positive, how this cos going to become positive? Means multiplied by negative throughout. Because you multiply by negative, this is going to be positive. So I'm going to say multiply by negative out. So it's going to be sine. You know why I'm doing this? Because I want cos must be positive according to the double angle. So this is going to become multiply, means I put negative out here. Because they give me this. And I want to write is a double angle, of course. So multiply by negative is going to become sine square, and this is going to become, we still have, because I want to multiply. I want to show you how you come. And then what happened? Multiply in sine, minus minus, plus. When you multiply, this is going to be negative, because negative sine, negative plus, because this and this and this and that, plus cos square x. So you see, now if you rearrange, it's going to be cos. You know what I'm saying? And then minus what? Minus sine square x. And this is double angle of cos. So you're going to say cos double, what is my angle? X. So let me say cos double angle. So just memorize this, you know what I'm saying? So now, so however they're going to give to you, always try to play around. Things okay, we're gonna do more. You get to understand more, right? Because that's what I'm gonna give you more examples so you can clearly understand. Because this is not gonna make a lot of sense what I did, but I'll give in terms of questions so you can see how you're gonna extract the data and rearrange and get double angle, of course. And what about it? Let's go. You're gonna come right with me. So this is what we have. So since we have this, we know double angle. So for example, somebody give me, let's say, cos square 30 minus sine square 30. So what is this? This is double angle, of course, because cos square minus sine square. So this let me say, oh, this is a double angle because same as that. So I'll say this let me say cos double my angle. What is my angle? My angle is 30. So this is let me say cos of 60. And 60 we know is a special angle. And cos of 60 equal to a half. Or you can say 0.5. 0.5 and a half of the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you reverse the process, like they give you this and then you going back. Say cos double my angle, which is 30. Okay? So sometimes they might give stuff like this. Guys, we're going very soon, okay? I want to explain to you so you can understand what is happening. If somebody give you this, let's say cos 8x. So let's say right is a double angle. So first and foremost, is looking like that. Can you see? Cos of 8x. So first and foremost, I'm going to write as a double. So this let me say this, let me say cos double. You must start with double, guys. Double means 2. Cos double. Sorry. Cos double. What is my angle? If I take 2 out, which is double, I'm going to be left with 4 here. So which is going to be the same. So this same is there because this is 8x. So don't say 4 to x because this is not double. This is tetra. Tetra is 4 times. So it must be double. That's what we call double angle. Double your angle means if you take 2 double, which number should be there to make 80? It's going to be 4. So now, And then, how I'm going to write this? If I had to write it a double angle, I'll say this same, say cos square of my angle. What is my angle? This is my angle. Okay, and then minus, minus, and then sine square of my angle, just like the sine square of my angle. Can you see that? Easy. So now, but that's not only one formula for double angle. Of course, there's another one also. You need to memorize all of this, okay? So another one. This also, double angle, you may write everything in terms of cos, cos. How are you going to do that in terms of cos, cos? So in terms of cos, cos, you're going to say, this same may say, look, this same may say, okay, let me explain to you how it comes about. Then, but in exam, don't do that, right? So you say, this same may say 2 cos minus 1. Also, double angle equal to this. This is another formula for double angle. Guys, you memorize this. Don't get used to, let me go to the formula sheet to memorize. If I want to write everything in cos, cos, you see here, right to here before, 2, you see, they become, and then here minus 1. But if you want to write in terms of everything in terms of sine, sine, just say 1, see here, in terms of sine, sine means make this disappear, write 1, the minus, make this has to be 2. So say 2 sine, and this also is cos double angle. So all these are cos double angle. You know what I'm saying? All these are cos double angle. So cos double angle could be 2, you write here 2. If you want to write everything, it must be cos, cos, you write here 2, cos, see? And then here make it to 1, minus 1. If you want everything sine, sine, means put here 2, see? And then make this 1. You know what I'm saying? I can show you also how it comes, just in case if you don't know. But most of the time in the exam, they no one asks. But I can show you just in case how this become this and how this become this. Let me show you, for example. I want everything to be cos, cos, means I don't need this. But this is what you need to memorize. Memorize this. But I'm showing you how it comes about. Guys, I'll come there very soon. You can see this is a double angle. Can you see? Double angle here, of course. Can you see? Cos square, sine square. I'm coming there. Don't worry about it. Now, so I'll explain, I think, in another one. For now, just memorize. So just know that. But in another, if you can go to trigonometry, I explain how these things comes about. Okay? But somebody may say, okay, explain to us how it comes about. Okay, so we know this double angle. How did this double angle comes about? Look, cos 2 theta. But don't waste a lot of time solving this. You just need to memorize this. Cos 2 theta. What's theta? Theta. Because double angle means it's like theta. 2 theta is like theta plus theta. So you see it's like a compound. 2 theta. Now, but if it's compound formula, theta and theta means cos, cos. Because this is a compound. Cos, cos. Cos compound means cos, cos, cos of the first angle, cos of the second angle. We know it must start cos, cos. If this plus, this must be minus. Sine, because it must be sine of the first one and then sine of the second one. So you see this, cos times cos, cos square, angle, minus sine, because sine makes things. So that's how this comes about. Theta plus theta, 2 theta. Can you see? But don't waste the time to show this, okay? They're not going to need that. They all need you to know this. But just that you know. Okay, now, how this formula became this, let me show you. So we want everything must be, we just need cos here. We don't need, let's say, that one. Look, so if I don't need this, I need everything here must be cos. So I have to eliminate this. But what is sine square? Sine square is 1. Look, we say sine square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1. We know when it's plus equal to 1. You know what I'm saying? Equal to 1. So now if I don't need, if I just need everything cos, cos, means I don't need sine. What is sine? Sine meaning 1 minus cos square. Sine meaning 1 minus cos square. Oh, so here I can say 1 minus cos square theta. And this is cos square theta. And then we have minus. Now what we're going to do, plug it in. So this can be cos square theta minus 1. And this is going to be plus what? Cos square theta. Okay? Now, see, this and this is going to give us 2 cos square theta and then minus 1. That's how you got this. You know what I'm saying? We're starting from there. Now, so you see, that's how it comes. But don't waste your time. This only when you want to do for fun and for you to understand what is happening. Okay, now. So for this one here, the last one, you do the same thing. Means from here, which is cos equal to, see, cos square minus sine square. Okay, now, so how we say? We say, okay, how did you get this? Oh, means you see everything sine, sine. Means I don't need this cos. But what is cos? Cos is 1 minus sine square. Cos square means equal to 1 minus sine square. In this cos equal to 1 minus sine square, then minus sine. Okay, this is equal to 1 minus negative sine and negative 2 sine. You see what I'm saying? So it's also cos double angle. So we know the double angle of cos. We know that now. Double angle of cos, identities, this one, and whatever. Now let's go to this business here. No, sine double angle. Sine double angle, guys. Sine double angle. Sine double angle. Easy. So sine double angle, guys, is very, very easy. Okay? Sine double angle. Sine is more easy, just one step, not like cos. Okay, so if somebody give you sine double angle, this is like your angle. Sine double angle, you always say is 2 sine of your angle cos of your angle. Easy like. For example, somebody give you sine, let's say 12 theta. So what does this mean? So this is not double angle. Let me write it as a double angle. So this let me say sine double. If I take 2 here, it's going to be left. It means if I double, it means this must be 6 theta. So, okay, we know from the formula, it must be 2 sine of your angle. What is your angle? 6 theta. And then cos of your angle, which is 6 theta also. You see what I'm saying? So stuff like that. Double angle, of course, is very, very easy. Let's reverse, for example. Like if somebody give, let's say, 8 negative. So this is a double angle here, you need to know. So either you go forward, like you can reverse either way. For example, somebody give you 8 sine of, let's say, 30 cos of 30. You see, this is a double angle. But the problem is 8 is not supposed to be 8. It's supposed to be 2 here. Because look, it's like 2 sine of angle, cos of angle. So we must leave 2 in, and then out is going to be negative 4. And this is going to be sine of 30. Also 30. You know what I'm saying? So this is sine double angle. So this let me say negative 4, and this is sine, like I'm revising the process, sine of my double of my angle. What is my angle? 30. And this is going to be 4. Excuse me, there's a negative, my apology. Negative 4. Okay. Sine of 60, because 2 times 30 equals to 60. Sine of 60. But what is sine of 60? Sine of 60 is square root of 3 over 2. By 2, 1 by 2, 2. Sine of 60, yeah, square root of 3 over 2. Now this final is going to give us negative 2 square root of 3. Easy, man. Now, I think you understand the whole pack here. You know what I'm saying? Of a double angle now. Let me go question 5.2, and then we finish question 5.3. We're done. This one you need the most. Let me drink some water, guys. I feel thirsty. Okay? Okay, cool. Now, so now let's do question number 2, and then we go to question number 3, and then we out here. Easy, man. Okay, cool. Now let's go. So you see, this is double angle, of course, but a cos must start. There's a problem there. You know what I'm saying? It's double angle, but you see, they start with sine. It's not supposed to be like that. So I'm gonna say, let me rearrange. So I'll say this. Let me say, I can start with cos. So I'll say negative. Go start with this negative one. Cos what? Square 35, and this plus or sine square 35. So you see, there's a problem because cos double angle, it must start with a cos, and then it must be minus here, and this should be positive. So I'll take negative out, or multiply by negative throughout. So take negative out. If I take negative out the best way. So if I take negative out, this is going to become negative, this is going to become positive. Look, it's going to be cos square 35, and this positive, you see here, this negative became positive, and this positive become negative, sine square 35. If you don't know what I did here, multiply in, you're going to see negative times is going to become negative. Negative and negative become positive. So it's the same thing. Excuse me, sorry. So I didn't change anything, but all I did, I tried play clever so I can have a double angle, because you know double angle, of course, must be cos of angle minus sine of angle. Now we come here at the bottom. we're gonna play the same game. So which game wanna play there? I say, oh, I know what you're gonna play there. You know what I'm saying? Means this at the denominator, I will leave 2 in because I know it must be double angle. 2 in, so out is gonna be 2. And this is gonna be sine of 10. And this is gonna be cos of 10. Oh, I see we're done. So negative, just a negative. So what is this? Double angle, of course. So it's going to be cos double of my angle. What is my angle? 35. And then over what? 2, you just say 2. And this is double angle of sine. So I'll say this, let me say sine double of my angle. What is my angle? My angle equal 10. So this, let me say, okay, cos of 70, negative cos, 2 times 35 equals 70 degrees. And then over, this is going to be 2. And this is going to be sine of 20. Wow. So we're not done yet because the problem is you want to simplify. And how are you going to simplify? Only when these two things are equal. So now you want to simplify. Okay, the numerator either can change the denominator or change the numerator. Me, I'm going to change the numerator. But it's optional. So I'm going to say if I say 70, I have to think of a special angle because I know special angle, some of them, not all, they may give me 0, some of them they give me 1, especially when you deal with the 90, 180, like look, especially when you deal with this, like 0, angle 0, angle 90, angle 180, angle 270, and angle 360. These, most of the time they give me 0, 0, some. If cos is not giving you 0, sine is going to give you 0, and vice versa. So now I'm going to say, okay, let me deal with the 90 here, because if I take 70 is like 90 minus 20. Can you see? Which is going to give us 70. So I'm going to rewrite this as a compound. See, I'm going to say, oh, so 70, but I make sure in exam you write next step. But for me, because of the space, I'll say this, let me say cos of 90 minus 20. So you can say equal to cos of 90 minus 20. But because of my space, I'll say, okay, this, let me say cos of 90 minus 20. 90 minus 20. Can you see? It's still 70. It's still 70. We didn't make any change. And the reason I'm doing that because I know something's gonna happen here on top. Because see, there's a 20, and then here 90 is gonna. You see now. So how did you do now? This is a compound formula now. You see, we got compound. So we know the compound for cos. Do we know? Yes, we know. Let's go break it. So compound for cos is gonna be. So I'm gonna raise here, guys, because you know what is happening. We did red, I'll just erase. But you make sure you leave in your exam so you show all your works. Okay, so now we're gonna have cos compound is cos. So we have a negative outside, and this is gonna be cos of what? 90, and then cos of 20. If this is minus, here is going to be plus for cos. And then you're going to have what? Sine of 90, sine of this 90, and then sine of what? Of the second angle, which is 20. And then we over. Now this is going to be 2. Now we go. Cool. What is cos of 90? Cos of 90 equal to 0. You know what I'm saying? But you can use a calculator. Me, I know all of them. So this is going to be minus. Okay, cos of 90 equal to 0. So it's going to be 0 times anything, just 0. So here we're going to have what? 0. So I don't have to write anything because 0. So plus. Okay, what is sine of 90? Sine of 90 equal to 1. So it's going to be 1 times sine of 20. 1 times sine of 20 just sine of 20. And then here, at the denominator, we have a 2. And we have a sine of 20. So what happened? This and this cancel because it's the same thing. Plus times minus, because here there's a, whenever you have a bracket number in and out, it means multiplication. Minus some plus is minus. Sine of 20 over 2 sine of 20. Can you see that? So this and this cancel, so it's negative a half. So all this stuff here equal to negative a half. Now let's go for the last one. Easy, man. So the last one, let's finish it. So we just need the last question. So it's negative a half. Okay, cool, let's go. So the last one, they give us cos of 26 equal to m. And they say without using calculator, determine the value of this. Without using calculator, easy, man. Look what I'm going to do. So then you determine this. Okay, so this, let me say 2 sine square 7, 7. What does that mean? So now I'm thinking, this, let me say if somebody give you sine square x. The same as say sine x, bracket, everything, square, the same thing. So if they give you tan, let's say tan cube y. So this same as say tan y, bracket, or cube. So now I'm going to say this same say, we have a 2, and I'll put my bracket because I want to deal with this. This same as say sine of 77, and the 77 then 2. Now, look, I'm going to introduce compound here. How I'm going to introduce? I'm going to think of a special angle with another one, just like I did the previous one. So 77 is like, what the special angle can I take here? We know special angle, like I say, the one you should check. Look at this. 0, 90, 180, 270, and 360. Introduce one of these, and then with another angle, which is still going to give us 77. So me personally, I'm going to say 90 minus 13 or 13 or 23. 90 minus what? 77. 90. I think 13. This minus is going to be 80. So 10 minus 7. This is going to be, yeah. So it's going to be 90 minus 13. So it didn't change any meaning. I'll say okay. So now I'm going to say this MSA 2, and this is going to be sine of 90. See, I introduced the special angle minus what? Minus 13. Minus what? Minus 13. But remember, you got square outside. So you see, this is like 77 still, because 90 minus 13 is 7. So think of special angle with another one, which still has to give us 77. Oh, so I know this. This is normal compound of sine. Compound of sine. Do you remember, guys? Compound sine. Oh, I hope you with me. Compound of sine is sine cos. Sine cos. So this is going to be equal to 2, and then we still have a bracket. So this is going to be sine of 90, and then we have a cos of 13. If there's a minus for sine, it's still minus, and then we switch this. This sine will become cos of 90, and then this cos will become sine of 13. Guys, we still have a bracket square outside. Okay, so now we have our 2, is just a 2 outside. Now we come here. Sine of 90, sine of 90 equal to 1. You can plug in the calculator, see sine of 90 equal to 1. So 1 times cos of 13 is just a cos of 13. Okay, cos of 90 equal to 0. So this is going to be 0. 0 times anything, everything here is going to be 0. Plug in the calculator, you're going to see cos of 90. So you only focus on this guy. Don't change this, eh? Let me say it again. Because these are your special angle. So you only deal with a special angle. If you plug this in the calculator, you're dead. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you're gone. Because they're going to know. You only deal with a special angle. Those are the ones going to save your life. Because they say don't use a calculator. So even if you use a calculator, you can plug in a calculator. They're not going to know. You know why they're not going to know? Because the special angle. In the special angle, you can plug in a calculator. Even if they say don't use a calculator. You know what? Become a rebel and use a calculator. Use it. They're not going to know. As long as the special angle. What is the special angle? 0, 30, 45, 60, 90, 180, 270, 360. But like I say, even if somebody give you, let's say 225, it is special angle. You know why? Because 225 is like 118 plus 45. So the combination of the two special angle. Even if itself is not special angle, but the combination of two special angles. So it's okay. You know what I'm saying? 45 also is special angle. Now, let me write for you. So next time, you know, quick. I think I wrote before, but I just wrote. So it's 0, 30, there we go. 60, no, 45, excuse me, 45. And there you go 60, and there you go 90, and there you go 180, and there you go 270, and there you go 360. So even if 2 times this, because like I said, whenever you have a 2 special angle, together is still special angle. For example, if I take this and this, means 90 plus 45, which is going to give me 135. It's also special angle because it was combination of the 2 special angle. So even if you take 360 plus 90, which is going to give us 450, is also special angle because the combination of the 2 things. So you won't be in trouble. But 13, don't plug in the calculator because the more you plug, just account you gone. There's no way to come back. Okay, that's why you see me here. I was only focused on special angle. That's why I introduce the special angle in here. So sine of 90 equal to 1. 1 times cos of 13, cos of 13. Minus minus, cos of 90 equal to 0. So everything times 0. 0 times sine of 13, 0. So this is 0 there. So minus 0. So I don't have to write anything. But I will still have a what? Square, square out. Oh, so this time I say 2 cos. I can just put in here. Cos of what? Of 13. Whew, not yet. We want to get 26. Look, so I'm thinking, oh, 26. 13 times 2 equals 26. I want to do something here. Look here, right? Do you remember this? Double angle? All the formula gotta be in your brain, guys. So we know double angle of cos, let's say cos of 2x could be cos square x minus sine square x. Or it could be what? Cos double cos square minus 1 means cos double angle. It could be 2 cos square, or it could be 1 means you can say 1 minus double of this. I hope you remember this. You know what I'm saying? This also double angle of cos. So now here, you see, we here. So now I'm thinking, oh, I can do something. I want to make something like this because I can introduce something. You see, it kind of look like. But the problem is, we don't have minus 1. And I want to get 26 from this. Look how I'm going to do it. I want to say now, this, let me say, see, I'll say 2 cos 2 13. See, this is this. Now, let me introduce minus 1. Even though it was not there, say minus 1. And then plus 1. Minus 1 plus 1 means 0. So the reason why is 0 means I did not change my equation. It's still the same. And the reason I introduced that because I know these two, I can put them together, these two. See these two? These two means these two is same as this. So these two is same as that. You see, this is a double angle of cos. Do you understand, guys? So I have to use extra brain. Okay, so this MSA is cos double my angle. What is my angle? 13 is double my angle, and then we have a plus 1 outside. So this is cos of 26. You know what I'm saying? So this is equal to cos of 26 plus 1. But what is cos of 26 equal to m? Oh, so this is equal to m, and then plus 1. Easy, we're done. Easy, man. So, like I say, you FaceTime here, make sure you go to my website and please follow me there. Do your donation. We need donation so we can sustain these projects. We can help as many people. We can make this African continent better. Okay? Go. There's a lot of codes on my website. Go there, leave a comments under below. I'm gonna respond to your comments. Thanks a lot. I need to see the feedback so we can keep it going. Okay? I'm out, and I hope you learn from how I do things. Peace. I'm out. Thanks. It's just a waste of time. You do this question, and it's easy like that, man. Thanks a lot. You know what I'm saying? Look, man, I believe in learning from how I do things. If FaceTime, make sure you subscribe, and you can just go and do donation to our Patreon page. I have a Patreon, I have a GoFundMe. You know what I'm saying? I have all the means of donation because to make this project going, any type of donation, the little that you think is too small for you, it could make a lot of change. And thanks a lot for all your time. Subscribe, don't forget, share this video, circulate to a lot of people, because the meaning of this project, this program, is to help as many as we can. Okay, it's not only for one person or two, because you might think it's not helpful for you, but for somebody next out there, it could be very, very helpful. So thanks a lot, man. And any donation that you did to me, it means so much. I appreciate it, man. It means a lot. Go to our Patreon page, go to our GoFundMe, because we need to have a lot of things. We need to put them together, like camera, and a lot of equipment, so that we can improve on a lot of angle, a lot of aspects of these projects. Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate and I love you. Peace and love. Bye. This is one of my students of knowledge. She wanted to introduce herself. What's your name? Could you please introduce yourself?
My name is Kali.
Yeah.
I go to Southern Primary School.
Yeah, China with Bantu. China with Bantu is everywhere, right? So this is my other student. His name, what's your name? Matthew, yeah, he's grade 11, man. So his aim is to score distinction, right? So you promise I want you to score distinction this time. And what's your name? Joshua, how much you promise me to score this time?
Distinction.
Distinction. Yeah, so China Bantu is everywhere, man.
China Bantu everywhere. China Bantu everywhere.
Everywhere.
China Bantu
Exactly.
everywhere.
Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it. Thanks so much. advice, which advice would you give to the people or to the students?
Trust Hamish.
Why would they trust me?
No, because it's really good. They actually has helped a lot. I redid first year for maths. It was my own fault, but also I didn't know a lot of the work. And Hamish said lots of hard questions, and it's demotivating sometimes to do the harder stuff. You just want to get done, but it's the hard stuff that makes you realize the easy stuff is easy.
Abunga